Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from the UTC Mall right here in this beautiful air-conditioned mall in Sarasota, getting some steps in this morning. I just wanted to show you something really quick because this just gives you an example of what new cars cost. They keep new cars. They got a Tacoma, they've got a Kia. I see an Acura right here that I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you what the average price is. I mean, this is a Honda. This is a upscale Honda. This is a nice car, but I mean, it doesn't even look close to like what the Cadillac is, but of course it's probably better quality. It's a Japanese car, but look how close in price they are. And we'll look at some other ones in here maybe, and I'll show you too. Let me turn this around and I'll give you an idea. All right, here we go. This is an Acura, and it is a Acura 2025 RDX SH all-wheel drive Advance, and there's the price. The Cadillac was $55, so I mean, you can just see. Now this is, let's take a look at what we get here for $53,000. It's got some what does that say, Continental tires. Are those any good? The Cadillac had Michelin. It is, you know, Japanese made. I don't know where they're assembled at actually, but it's a Japanese car. It is a all-wheel drive RDX. Now this is quite a bit of technology. It can't take anything away from it. It's a Honda, and fit and finish and all that. I particularly, I mean, I'm just going to be honest, okay? I wouldn't buy this car at any price because it just doesn't do it for me. There's nothing in any direction. And first of all, I don't like crossovers, but I have seen some that look pretty good. Like my friend's XT4 is head and toe in style over this. It may not be as quality, but you know, nice wheels on it, I'll say that. Handsome wheels. It's got the nice, you know, lighting system, but you know, I mean, I'm right down to where I don't even like the Acura badging. Look how big that thing is. But this is just like, you can buy a Lexus, which is a great car, for this price and a couple of 3,000 more. You can buy a Cadillac. You can buy a lot of cars, all in this, you know, category here. And look at the gas mileage, 23. This is what the Cadillac got on average, same thing. And you know, I'm getting 42 miles per gallon with my Honda because it's a hybrid. I have two motors, and the sticker price was only $40,440. I mean, you just gotta, I mean, mine is a Honda too. This is the, you know, the upscale, like Lexus is the upscale Toyota. So, I mean, you gotta agree that the Honda Accord I have, at least I'm trying to convince myself. That's why I bought it, because I did my due diligence. You know, it is, of course this is locked. It is a great value for your money. Now, it is a lower car, it's a little smaller car. This is easier to get in and out of. You got more utility room in the back. I mean, it will blow the pants off of my car based on what it can do. But it has no comparison in gas mileage, no comparison in style. I'm sure it doesn't even handle as well. Probably drives beautiful though, all-wheel drive. Might even drive better, who knows? But there you go, folks. I mean, $53,000. It's just kind of a tough decision. That's why people that buy cars today, they basically, you know, I'll go over here and show you this Kia. Let me pause this. Okay, now, again, I hate to be critical, but this is nothing even close to what I would consider buying. What do we got here? Now we are lower price. We're $10,000 for this Korean car, a Hyundai Santa Fe Limited with a 2.5 turbo engine. It's not a naturally aspirated motor. A lot of people are employing turbo engines, and there's a lot of controversy about that, whether you should do it or not. It's a front-wheel drive only, not an all-wheel drive. And there you go, roughly the same average gas mileage. But let's take a look at it. Let me back up here and show you. It's some strange looking flat front end there with no fancy grille. I mean, it's got the big Hyundai badging here, so you definitely know what it is. But at first I thought this car was an electric vehicle, and it just has that look. Now, what do we got here? They have gone all out and put some Pirelli tires on it. And, you know, Hyundai is known for their low profile tire too. They are known to give you, you know, a great value for the money. I've owned 3 Hyundai Sonatas, so don't think that I don't like Hyundais. I had 3 of them. But this one, you know, it's got the boxy style, so it's undoubtedly designed to give you ultimate space and loading and all that back there. I got a rack on it. That's usually extra on a lot of these vehicles. All you got to do is put your accessory up there of any kind. You're good to go. And, you know, we can't see inside, but look, pretty handsome steering wheel, pretty handsome seats. Obviously, it's got leather. So again, you know, when you're talking 10 G's less for like all the equipment, leather and everything, but can you get past? Is it the Range Rover lookalike? What is it they're trying to go with? The what's that other Range Rover called? The smaller one. That's what it kind of reminds me of now. And that's what Hyundai's big on, is emulating certain models and, you know, creating their own. So, you know, if that's what you like, because I see people driving those a lot. I'm trying to think of what the name of that mini Land Cruiser is called, a Rover, or I don't know, something. So that explains to me now why this vehicle looks like it does. Otherwise, I got no use for it. I have no use for those rims and the body style. It's just a big box. But hey, if I didn't have a car and I want it, you know, I'm just saying, who's going to go out and spend? I mean, you're looking at 50 grand with the taxes and dealer fees, because that's not the price. I did get a response this morning from one of the dealers that I contacted about that Cadillac, and I'm gonna turn the camera around and explain to you what they offered and how ridiculous it is. So I've completely, well, from buying it from them or anybody else that would want that kind of money. Let me turn the camera around and I'll explain it to you. All right, so I'm just gonna have to hold this up with my hand because I don't have my selfie stick, and I'm in here in the University Town Center Mall in Sarasota getting some steps in. And let me just tell you folks, I hope that the music that actually has been playing isn't gonna copyright the video, or what a waste of my time. So I contacted a dealer that I won't mention, and I talked to the sales manager, and I gave him the information of my car, like I talked about in the video yesterday, with the VIN number and a few pictures of my car, and everything is online. And this is the dealer that said they couldn't take it until the recall was resolved, of which it will be on Saturday morning at 10:30 when they raise the hood and put a little test on it. Mine, I'm willing to bet you, is not one of the ones affected, but it's going to be for sure done, and I'll have documentation on it. So case closed on that. Such a ridiculous thing that they're even talking about it, but he put it on the buyer's order that will have to be resolved. So the car cost $55,000. They want to give me a little over $2,000 discount, which is not even close. Sorry about that, I got a little distracted there. So let me begin again. I got a copy of the buyer's order from this dealer, and wow, I mean, unbelievable. One of you wrote in comments, and I believe it's true, that these prima donnas, these dealerships, are so used to making such high gross profit. You remember they were getting $5,000 and even $10,000 over sticker price for cars that they couldn't get because of the chip shortage and all this and that? Well, let me tell you something. They're still acting like they got something to be really proud of. They want to make big hits. They're not storing in inventory the big inventories they used to have. It's not a matter of they can't get them, is they have convinced the public that, you know, that's the price they want to get. And they're used to making these huge gross profits. Let me turn around because I'm going to be walking right towards the kids section, and I want to show you this car. This is a Nissan, okay? Here we go. This is a Nissan. I'll just keep the camera this way. What do we got here? We've got, how much? Oh, we're leaving lower, $37,000 for a Japanese car. another, crossover style. It's called a Rock Creek. Got these off-road tires and wheels. What is this, an off-road crossover? Can you see that? Let me see. Sorry about that. It's a Rogue. It's an all-wheel drive Rogue. And I think it looks better than that Hyundai. Color's strange. Off-road tires and wheels. It's one of those Subaru style things. But hey, $37,000. Now, back to the Cadillac story. You're not gonna believe it. They're like, yeah, we are if you'll ever tell us. The car has a sticker price of like a couple $100 over $55,000. It's a premium luxury. The option packages are still, you can build them even higher. They have a, an ultra luxury maybe, or I'm thinking of the Lexus. Anyway, premium lux, 55 grand, 4-cylinder, turbo, I guess, 350T. And let me sit down here so I can focus. All right. They want to give me a little over $2,000 discount, which is insulting. I mean, that car has 12, 15, 18% markup. So you do the math. I can't be specific, but I can assure you that dealer invoice on an MSRP of $55,000 is about $6,000 less, at least. So they want to make $4,000. All right, let's say I'm a little high. They want to make $3,000, and then they do what? They do that come in the back door, which is a real insult to people. I hope everybody watches my video and knows when you go buy a car and you agree to a price, and then they want to write it up in the finance department or with the sales office and add what they call doc fee of $11.99, $8.99, $10.99, $12.99. They had the audacity to do that. That is strictly profit. It does not mean anything. It doesn't do anything. You're not getting anything. It's just a backdoor thing they created several years ago, I guess, since I got out of the business, to convince the American public that after you get a price, that's just like tax. They have to charge that. Baloney. Okay? So they give you $2,000 off and then they add $2,000 back on doc fee, so you got no discount. That's just how corrupt it is. It's terrible. So you get $2,300 off, I think it was, he offered me. And then they want to give me the wholesale value of around $32,000, $31,500, something like that for my car, which is the exact actual wholesale money at an auction, meaning it's worth $35,000. That's what they would sell it for. But they're not going to sell a car and make $500 today, especially when they got to put $31,000 in, right? I wouldn't either. But that's the wholesale money. I accept that. But they want retail and $2,000 over for theirs and want me to give them mine for the lowest wholesale value known to man. It's a Honda Accord Touring with the good paint and the best color interior, not the black, and 3,000 miles. It is a select choice used car that any used car department in America would love to have on their lot for that particular market segment that wants a Honda. I mean, I have a very unique car in that respect. Options, color, and everything. Mileage, condition. All right, so then they have the doc fee. Then they call something else. They got a nomenclature of charges. One says non-taxable fee or additional taxable fee or something. And they charge tax on it. That's what it said, I think. And then another fee. There were 3 gotcha fees, not just the doc fee, that totaled, it was $11.99 for the doc fee, which is always at least that, with every dealer. I don't even think I know of one now that only does $8.99. They're all over $1,000. And some actually advertise we don't have that, but they just put it in the price at the top. At least they're more honest, and just say this is the price instead of that backdoor deal. I hate that. So they got 3 fees that total more than the discount, and then the trade allowance was a absolute rock bottom wholesale. And I can't fault them for that, but The allowance they were giving me was actually what they call over allowance. If you want to bring your trade in to me, and I'm selling cars at a dealership, and it's worth 20 grand, but I want you to think I'm giving you a lot, so I give you 23 grand. All I have to do is take $3,000 off the price that I have plenty of room to do so on my car, the one I'm selling you, because I'm making like 6,000 profit. I can sacrifice 3,000 of it, show it on your trade-in allowance, and people bite at that. They think, I'm getting 23 grand. They gave me more for it than I paid for it. I've heard a lot of people say that. It's nothing but a shell game. It's the cash difference that you have to look at when you buy a car. It's not what you're paying. It's not what they're giving you for yours if there's a trade-in involved. It is what you're paying if there's no trade. And it's the cash difference. So ultimately, this dealer wanted about probably at least 8,000 more than would have been the actual numbers. I would like it to be, lower, but I'm dreaming, that's what it would really cost. Well, the cost should be basically, they want $24,500 and the title to my Honda for this $55,000 plus $2 grand on top of it, dock fees and all this junk fees and taxes and all that. They want $24,000, a few $100 over $24,000. And the money is actually 14, maybe 15 if you just really liked it. That's the actual part that I should be paying, all said and done, with my car and own that car. So as you can see, what is it? I'm guessing 15, and so they're $8,000-9,000 high. That's a lot of money. I mean, to some people, it's not. They're like, I want it, I get it, that's it. I don't care what they're making. I got more money. One thing I got, plenty of money to lose. Not me. But even if that was the actual price you should pay, which it's not, it's more than I want to spend. But it's not the actual price you should pay. It's $8,000 more. I mean, $5,000 all day long. They're not discounting the Cadillac. Now, why aren't they? Are they in such demand in February of 2025 that a CT5 350T in radiant red with leather seats, and it's beautiful all day long? I mean, if I park it next to my Honda or any of these cars I showed you in here today and said, who's prettier? Some might say that Hyundai or that Acura or whatever is prettier, but most people out of 100 are going to say that Cadillac is just a gorgeous car. But I mean, what is it under the hood? What is it? Is it, because they're demanding the price. I mean, things are worth what people will pay for them. That's how they get $75,000 for a Rolex watch. If somebody's willing to pay it, they get it. Are they going to get it from you? Are they going to get it from me? Hell to the no. But that's just the world we live in. I'm not saying, they're ripping my lips off, but I am. I'm thinking that they're just still acting like it's pandemic time, and they're so. Someone wrote that in my comments, and I could not agree more. They're still so used to these people coming in and paying them whatever they said it cost on during the pandemic that they're still doing it, and it's not that time. They got cars. They can get cars. And the market, while the stock market's up and plenty of people have money, especially Cadillac buyers, I guess, mostly boomers and people that have the cash, that's the wealthiest segment of our population. Maybe it's got to do with the fact that I'm in South Florida and in Sarasota or any part of Florida, and it's a snowbird season, and all these people are down, they got nothing but money. Maybe if I went to Nebraska to a Cadillac dealer, it might be different. I don't know. But I do know what the percentages of profits are. This is the end of the video. They are looking to get too much money. Maybe they don't have a lot of inventory and they have to make this kind of money, or They want to make this kind of money. They're so used to having, they went out and bought big houses and cars themselves. They got big overhead to cover now, their own personal lifestyles, not the dealership. Someone had wrote in comments about, hey, consider the dealer's got to advertise, and that pavement that the car's parked on, you got to pay for, and the glass windows in the showroom. Don't give me that. Come on. These dealerships have been building mausoleums since they've been making, they make plenty of money. They make plenty. You know what? Do you actually know what the car costs after tool and die at the manufacturer to make? How do you think the manufacturer can pay for any warranty claims? There's nothing but profit in this business, pure profit. That's why they all want to be in it. That's why people want to be in real estate. That's why people want to be in, a lot of different things, stock market. It's just, speculative, imaginative, high gross profit deal where they can turn a deal, make a huge commission in their pocket. And what we've got, we had a saying in the car business, there's an ass for every seat. And so they're waiting for the ones that's willing to come in. I say no. The guy behind me says, give me that car. Crush it.